Prompt engineering is one important skill many people overlook. Welcome to this class. This is day 4 of AI Summer Bootcamp. And today we are talking about prompt engineering fundamentals. Today we are going to practice a foundation of writing clear instructions, getting sharper output, and turning AI into a more reliable creative partner. Because at the end of the day, you do not want generic answers from AI. You want an answer that pertains to your own personal business or brand. This is an AI playbook everybody should use. So if you want to learn this, let's dive in. First, I'm going to show you two different types of prompts, and most people fall on under the first one. Let's look at this. A generic prompt. Write a caption for my AI course, or write a caption for my business. Write a caption for my Facebook post. Write a caption for my video, for my image. Write a caption for this, for that. These are all generic prompts. And I'm sure most of us, or some of us rather, have done this particular thing before. Some of us fall under this umbrella. We just want a quick answer from AI. And at the end of the day, we complain that the AI is not giving us something meaningful or something that is really helpful. Well, today is about to change that, because today we are giving you 4 structures that when you follow, not just 4, we're giving you 5 structures that when you follow each of those structures one by one, you will see and learn the difference between the answer or output AI gives you and the answer it used to give you. Unlike this generic prompt, once you give an AI a generic prompt, it gives you a generic answer. So it follows the rule that says garbage in, garbage out. So when you give AI a garbage prompt, it gives you a garbage output. Now, on the contrary, look at these detailed prompts. For example, for premium AI, you are a premium AI course copywriter. But I'm telling AI that this is the role you are playing. Write a launch caption for our AI summer bootcamp in Benin, aimed at small business owners and professionals who want to earn with AI. Mention the August 3rd to 28th dates and 10,000 safer price. Use a bold professional tone, keep it under 80 words, and end with a clear enrollment call. You can see all these things are different formulas I use in order to put this prompt together. And when I give AI this prompt, it definitely is going to give me something that is pertaining to me and something that is going to help me for my personal business. Now, here I want to give you 5 blocks. Each of these blocks is going to explain to the AI a different thing, and you must follow this block if you want to have a very good answer at the end of the day, or a very good output at the end of the day using AI. No matter what you're using AI for, whether it is for image, whether it's for video, whether it's just for text, or whether it is for speech, no matter what you are using AI for, you have to follow these simple blocks in order to prompt AI. The first one here we have is role. People often overlook it, and I beg you, if you're a content creator or you do anything online with AI, please follow these rules. Number one is the role. When you are prompting, the first thing you want is to give AI a role. For example, act as a copywriter. You can tell AI, act as a strategist, act as a teacher, act as a specialist, act as a doctor, act as whatever. So these roles are very important so that AI can give another perspective of a response to you. So it is very important to follow this particular role first before you prompt any other thing that follows. The next one here is context. Give AI what it needs beyond guesswork. You must tell it, give it a little bit of context. For example, if it is a brand, you give it the brand name, you give it the audience, the target audience that the brand is targeting, you give it the location, you give it goals, you give it constraints. These are all contexts, right? So you have to be able to give AI this little bit of detail in order for it to know the best possible response to give you. So again, the first thing to do is give AI a role to play as a specialist, as a copywriter, as a teacher, as a lawyer, as a banker, so that when the AI is generating its answer, it gives you based on that perspective. Secondly, is context. Tell AI about the brand, about the audience, about the location, about the goals. So this particular context allows AI to narrow down the answers it's giving you. Very, very important. The next one here is task. State the specific instruction. Example here, we have write 3 headlines. You are giving it an instruction. Another instruction could be generate an image. That is an instruction. Another instruction could be generate a video, generate a prompt, write a script. This is an instruction, or these are instructions rather. So the first thing you do is give it a role. Secondly, a context. And then thirdly, you give it an instruction or a task. Now, after you've given it that task, or in the same sentence, go ahead and give it a format. Go ahead and give it a format. Following this format, define the shape of the answer. That is the format. For example, you can tell it to give you the answers in a bullet list form. You can also give it a word count, 450 words. You can also give it a language. Give it to me in French. AI generates it in English, generates it in Chinese, generates it in whatever language. You can also tell it to give it to you in form of a table. You can tell it to give it to you in form of a script, or you give it your own preferred output style. So make sure that the format is clearly defined so that AI can know the best possible way to give you your own response in order for you to understand and read easier. The last one here is constraints. For constraints, you have to tell AI your tone, whether you like a formal, professional tone, a bold tone, a friendly tone, whatever kind of tone you prefer. This is very important, especially when you are trying to do something professional. If you are doing something professional, like writing a professional email, writing a CV, or doing anything of this sort, there's a certain way you want your AI to sound when generating email formats or email templates. There's a certain way you want your email to sound. You may want your email to sound friendly. You may want your responses to sound convincing so that you can be able to table a proposal for a business. So you would want to specify the kind of tone that AI should use giving you back a response. Another thing is the length. You may want to specify the number of words. Apart from that, the length. Also, you can add some banned words. Tell AI not to use some banned words or banned terms. So these are clear boundaries you set for AI so that when it's generating your answers or your responses, it respects those boundaries. Now we have 5 tools that we are going to use. For example, for image generation, we use Canva or Ideogram. These are one of the best design tools that we have out there. I'm not saying they are the best image generators. I'm saying they are one of the best tools we have out there for both image, logo, or whatever thing you want to design. So here we are focusing on context and constraints. When you are designing your logo, when you are designing your style or your images, you want to focus on context and constraints. Tell it what to do, what not to do in terms of constraints. Give it context about the brand, the audience, and whatever necessary information that is needed in order for you to generate an image for you. Make sure you focus your image prompts on context and constraints. These are one of the most important aspects of image prompting. Now, for video and voice or code tools, your focus should be on constraints. Your focus should be on constraints. For example, especially video and voice, you need to define language. You need to define the pronunciation. You need to define the pacing of the video. You need to define the energy, the pauses, and delivery style. These are all constraints for voices and also for videos. So, voice prompting, video prompting, the way to do it is different from image prompting. If you are prompting for images the same way you are prompting for videos, then you are doing it all wrong because you receive generic results. So I'm giving you a formula you can follow when generating videos and voiceovers. If you are generating voiceovers, make sure you focus on constraints. Tell it the language, tell it the pronunciations, tell it the pacing, tell it the energy, the pauses, and delivery style you want the voice to sound like. Now, if you are generating video, focus on the format of the video, specific duration you want the video, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever. Focus on aspect ratio, duration, aspect ratio, whether it is 9 to 16, 16 to 9, 25 by 9. Focus on the aspect ratio and the duration. These are all the formats you will use. Next is shots. Another one is camera movements. The next one is spacing and transitions. These are all formats you focus on when you are prompting a video. Whereas I told you before, when you are prompting a voiceover, you focus on constraints. When you are prompting a video, you focus on formats. Now, iteration saves you time. So don't go ahead after the first prompt and then delete the entire thing and start again. You just keep doing it over and over again. Your first prompt gets you close. Keep the conversation going and refine the results with focused feedback. Like, for example, make the caption shorter and add urgency. After you must have generated the caption, you can go on and iterate. Make the caption shorter or longer and add urgency. For example, again, you can say sound bolder with premium brand voice. This is another way to make your response even sound better. You can also say, give me three more captions focused on this area, focused on price. In this way, if you are iterating, the context stays alive, so you improve faster without starting over. So even if you don't like the response the AI gives you, you can iterate. Now, these are four things that will bite you. Number one, accuracy. The fact that AI is fluent and confident does not mean it is accurate. AI always makes mistakes. So fact check every single information you get from AI before you copy and paste. Very, very important. The next one here is leave room for creativity. Giving AI about 10 constraints or 15 constraints will not give you the perfect answer you are looking for. 5 constraints is enough. So give room for creativity so that AI can use its own intelligence to also generate results for you. This gives you another perspective so that AI can help you make your work look even more professional. Adding enough or too many constraints to AI or to a particular prompt, it limits AI's own creative power. The next thing that we hurt you here is not reviewing every draft. This one is very, very crucial. Last one here is name the language explicitly. Name the language that you want your outputs to be explicitly. Now let's go over this for the final time. This is your cheat sheet code. We have the first one, which is the role. Give AI a role. Write in the same line, give AI the context. On the same line, give AI a task. Again, give AI a format. And finally, a rule or a constraint. These are 5 major blocks that you must follow when engineering a prompt, when making or typing a prompt. And if you follow this particular rule, you are very, very sure that AI becomes a creative partner for you, for your business. So guys, this is the end of today's class and I hope you enjoyed it. By tomorrow, I'll be releasing the summary for day 5. We just concluded day 5 live today and tomorrow I'll be making the summary of today's class. I hope you guys learned something today and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.